Okay, here's problem number 5 from the Soh Cah Toa questions. Now this one's a little bit confusing because it looks like I've got 3 triangles here, 2 inside another one. But the problem with this upper triangle here is it's not a right angle triangle. I don't have the square in the corner here telling me that it's a right triangle, so I can't use Soh Cah Toa in there. So what I've got to do is figure out, I've got this little triangle here that I'll kind of outline in red just so we can see it a little better. And then I've got this bigger triangle here that I'll outline in green. So now I've got to figure out how I can work with this information. The question's asking me to find the angle right here, but just of the upper part, not the entire thing. So I'm going to have to figure that out when I get there. Now the only thing I can do to start is work in this red triangle down here, this one that I've put the little 1 inside of. So what I can do here, I want to eventually work in this big green triangle, and when I find this measurement, it's going to give me the remaining part of this side of the green triangle. So when I add these two together, once I find this one, I'm going to know the whole side length here. So I'm going to start with this triangle, and I'll redraw it like I usually do just to make my life a little bit easier. I've got a 20-degree angle down here. I've got a measurement, a side length of 40 here, and what I'm looking for is that right there. Now I can use Soh Cah Toa because it's a right triangle. The first thing I do is label my sides after I choose the angle I'm working with. 20 is given, so I'll work with that. Across from the 90 is hypotenuse. Across from the angle I'm working with is opposite. So I'm going to work with opposite and adjacent. That's out of Soh Cah and Toa. That's the O and the A, opposite and adjacent. So here I'm going to write out tan of 20 degrees equals opposite x over adjacent, which is 40 given in the question. So like usual, I'm going to create equivalent fractions. To find the unknown, multiply the diagonals, divide by the other. So here I've got tan 20 times 40 divided by 1 equals 14.5588. 14.5588 equals x. So this measurement, 14.5588, I can fill in right here, 14.5588. And that means that this whole side of the green triangle, top to bottom, is 25 plus 14.5588. So 25 plus 14.5588 is 39.5588. So this whole thing here, 39.5588. And I'm going to use that, and I'll draw this one in green. I'll use that in this large triangle here. I've got a right angle. This side is 40. This side's 39.5588. I'm going to be able to find this whole angle here. Now that's going to give me this measurement here. And whatever this is, minus 20 degrees, is going to give me what's left in this triangle. So I'll call this x degrees for now. But from this, I'm going to have to subtract 20 to get that final answer. So here, I've decided which angle I'm working with. It's this one. So I'm going to label across from the 90 is hypotenuse. Across from the angle I'm working with is opposite. And the other side is adjacent. So out of Soh Cah and Toa, I'm going to use opposite, adjacent, O and A. That's tan again. So here I've got tan of x degrees equals 39.5588 divided by 40. I'm going to put this over 1 out of habit, multiply my diagonals, divide by the other. So I've got 1 times 39.5588 divided by 40 equals 0.98897. Remember, that's the tan of x degrees is 0.98897. To get rid of tan, I need that tan minus 1. On the calculator, that's just shift tan. That gives me the tan minus 1. Remember, that's because that's the tan of my angle. If I press equals, 44.68 degrees. So x degrees equals 44.68. Remember though, that is the entire measurement of this whole angle here. I want to take out this part that's 20 degrees to leave me with the x. So my final answer is going to be 44.68 minus 20. Leaves me with 24.68, and they wanted that rounded to the nearest tenth of a unit. Here's my tenths place, and a final answer there, 24 point. Beside the 6 is an 8. That's bigger than 5, obviously. That means the 6 rounds up to a 7. 24.7 degrees is the final answer for the measurement of this angle right here.